and irony, just like animal farm. Justice mean inequity, so who go say the truth? Who go say the truth? Christian can say silence, Islamic leaders silence, kings and queens silence, traditional leaders silence. So who go say the truth? We are them go so confused the call. Now by area why no better. We are them go so confused the call. One guy's out here why no better. Who go say the truth? Who go say the truth? Oh, you need it to see what I see so. Now your friend on a night come at them. Only papi obeka na sembia. So I want to obet you too. Everybody was afraid. And until I learned to my cottage again, once my boy dumping one and I see. But who go tell the truth? Nanai or say me. Nanso bien person beka wasam because everybody is afraid. Anya safwe muayini. Akukutro for nyina dalima. And see who go say the truth? Obiaja konson so to cross your mansa to me be a kakobrafo. Efo anyina ye. Efo when you know yet. Na so kutrata down na so be dia back or why no keke. I fene for be man mo pia for efo ne cross on my mo. Hanya safwe mo ayini. Akukutro for you na dalima. And who go say the truth? Abaya di bote chino. Yedi bi bebo nyande bi. Kachi se would your mouth pipinuma. Would your mind never shine my frafonsa? But who go tell the truth? TUC silence. Even journalists silence. So then who go say the truth? Right is right. Wrong is wrong, no matter how you justify. You say you wanna get rid of corruption. Someone want to help you, now the person become your target. Jobless no they mean senseless. Poverty no they mean useless. One day them go resist.
Wonderful evening to you all wherever you are. It's a pleasure to welcome you to this program. You have joined us this evening on our socio-political program, MyView. And this is a special edition with the aspirants for Chapter Executive Committee elections for the UK and Ireland chapter of the National Democratic Congress. Wherever you are, once again, you are watching us live on MyView show on today's Ghana News TV with me, Jerome, your host. And let me equally remind you that we are also live on Switch by Satellite and Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, all on today's Ghana News TV. And you can equally follow us on Twitter and TikTok, as well as podcasts on Anchor FM. It is a pleasure once again to have you this evening to share your views and that of mine as well in saying how that the diaspora has a role in rallying for Victory 2024, Ghana's Hope, which is the theme for the National Democratic Congress, looking forward to the next elections, general elections in Ghana. Wherever you are, once again, you are most welcome. Stay tuned, and when we come back from this short break, I would introduce my guest this evening to you. Once again, you are most welcome.
Africa. Dirty old men holding on to power, leading the people to where? The grave? Huh. Wicked criminal leaders. Huh. See them a come, them coming like an angel. But them a thief, them no say them a thief. Mr. President, you coming like a savior. But you a thief, you know say you a thief. Thief President, why a thieving so? Thief man, why a thief so? The people they must suffer but you don't care so. Thief man, why a thief so? I see the people crying every day, yo. They want food, them can't find. I see the youth looking for a job, oh, everywhere, them can't find. Mr. President, him just belly food, oh. Him and him family, they no suffer, oh. Suffer, no poor man they suffer, oh. Suffer, rich man know they suffer. Suffer, no poor man they suffer, oh. Suffer, rich man they suffer, lie. See them a come, they coming like an angel. But them a thief, them no say them a thief. Mr. President, you coming like a savior. Why you a thief? You know say you a thief. Thief President, why a thieving so? Thief man, why a thief so? The people they must suffer but you don't care so. Thief man, why a thief so? Mr. President, why you dey lie so? Before election, you tell me you be angel. When you sick, you run go a London. When we sick, oh, we die for Kolebo. Mr. President, why you wicked so? Tell me how you dey sleep at night, oh. See them a come, they coming like an angel. But them a thief, them no say them a thief. Mr. President, you coming like a savior. But you a thief, you know say you a thief. Thief President, why a thieving so? Thief man, why a thief so? The people they must suffer but you don't care so. Thief man, why a thief so? This is Mr. Traitor, Master of Sleeping. This is Mr. Traitor, Master of Sleeping. Yarambarayi Fiafiwo Alakpatowo Nayeruyaya.
Wonderful. That is Black Rasta for you. Rich man don't suffer, but it is you and I, the poor ones. We have a lot to go through. So we want to find out what is happening with the team rallying for victory 2022. And with our MyView show, this is a special edition for the aspirants to the executive committee positions in the UK and Ireland chapter of the National Democratic Congress. Privilegedly, as we are this evening, we have no other person but Alfred Freddie, popularly known as Freddie everywhere you go. Freddie happens to be the current or the incumbent youth organizer for the UK and Ireland chapter of the National Democratic Congress, and he's seeking re-election to the same position. So it is an honor for us to host him this evening to express his views of activities in the UK and Ireland chapter and seeing how best they can contribute to the success of the National Democratic Congress come 2024. Comrade Freddie, you are most welcome to the show. Freddie, you are live on air. You are most welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. It's my pleasure. Just that your network sometimes get off. Yeah.
Oh, it seems you're not hearing me, right?
No, I hear you, but sometimes it get frozen. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. We'll manage. We'll make do with what we have currently. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will want basically to know who Freddie is,
Yeah,
and we take off from there. At least once they know who they are listening to and who is expressing his views on the team rallying for victory 2024, they will be rest assured to get more information from you. So,
of
who
course.
is Freddie?
Well, good evening, listeners. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear, Freddie. Please go
Hello,
ahead.
hello, hello.
Freddie, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Just go
Yes.
frozen. Well, my name is Alfred Freddy Kotogbor, the current chapter youth organizer for NDC UK in Ireland. Um, an engineer by profession and still pursuing more broader myself in the engineering field. Um, I was I was once the branch youth organizer for South London branch, and currently the chapter youth organizer for NDC UK in Ireland, UK, and I'm seeking re-election to be elected again as the chapter youth organizer again for UK and Ireland. Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. Now that we know that at
Hello, can
least
you
you've
hear me?
run as a youth organizer for the branch, and
Hello.
now you have moved to the chapter and you're asking for re-election. People might want to know, why should Freddie be re-elected as the youth organizer of the chapter?
My brother, there's always a saying that as we build upon the previous one, you actually correct the previous one, you build upon the current one, and set the foundation for the future. Because when I took over as a youth organizer for the chapter, there's so much that we've been able to do. For instance, been able to integrate TAIN. TAIN uh, it is actually part of the youth wing in Ghana. It has to do with our respective tertiary education, teachers, lecturers, and patrons, and workers in the university. The brain behind that thing was to incorporate the younger ones that are coming into the NDC party through the academic field. If you look at the likes of Fifi Kote, Kudeta Blokwa, Haruna Jusu, so many prominent people that we are seeing today all pass through the TEN, that's the student body of the party. Now, the TEN is something that um, does not only incorporate the younger ones into the party, but it always also harvests the ideas. Every country is at this stage because of the ideas combined together. So the ideas of our country, the ideas of our leaders is at which Ghana is at it now. So the thing was meant to enhance most of these ideas. And if you look at the foundation that was set by or has been set in our country, all started from these younger people. I mean, when President Mahama took over as a minister, he was like 30 years old, or 30 within his 30s. I mean, you could talk of the likes of Dahois, you could talk of Kufuor, you could talk of Rollins, you could talk of so many prominent people. So the thing was to get these younger people, set the foundation for them. So to bring 10 here in the UK, you and I could attest to the fact that there's so many Ghanaians per record. UK is the country, when I talk of UK, I comprise of Ireland as well. UK and Ireland is the country whereby we have so many universities, so many colleges. So we have a huge number of Ghanaians who are coming into UK to study, either lecturers or to, I mean, in all fields. And we have so many Ghanaians or so many younger ones that are also studying here. So that was the brain behind it, to bring 10 here in the UK so that we can enhance most of all these younger people to our party and to help our country, Ghana as well. We also embarked on so many recruitment drive. I mean, we went on this Ghana party in the park to recruit so many people. We did a program with the Labour Youth Wing. We've actually did seminars for our students. And to be honest, on Sunday, there's going to be another teen seminar for our brothers and sisters who migrate into the UK, and especially the shortage of nurses. So on Sunday, which I do invite people to come, we are going to do such a program to support our brothers and sisters. So there's so much that we've been able to do or have been able to do as the youth leader, and there's so much I'll do when um uh, um when I am inaugurated or sworn in again as the chapter youth organizer. I mean, we're going to expand the thing all over England, Wales, Scotland, the Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland, and five. I could even add Gibraltar. Gibraltar is part of UK as well. So there's so much we're going to do. We're going to bank on recruitment drive to get the people ready for ROPA, and there's so much that we can do. I mean, there's so much that we're going to do. And this is a public channel, so I can't really tell you most of the plans in between or inside. There's so much that we can do also.
I know it's in the pipeline.
We cannot really expose it more. But I want to assure people that we're going to enhance so much programs. We're going to discharge so much programs to get the younger ones into the party here in the UK. So I'm asking for people to return me again, and I'm very optimistic that the good people of UK have seen the good works that we've been able to do. Yeah.
That is wonderful. Let me take you from the teen point of view. If I got you
Can you hear
correctly,
me?
yeah, Freddie, I'm hearing loud and clear.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If unless you are listening to a third
No,
system,
no,
you're
no.
listening.
I'm
Okay.
actually watching you. Just that sometimes your connection just go frozen. So it has to go and come back before I also hear what he's saying.
No,
Yeah.
then if you are watching on another set, that is where you will have the difficulty.
Okay, but
If
I'm
we're all
watching you.
on the same, then
I'm
it
watching.
stays right. No problem. Let's go on. I'm sure you'll be able to pick out whatever I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah,
If I
yeah.
got you correctly about TAIN, TAIN is about the Tertiary Education Network
Yes.
System. So
Mm-hmm.
now you have introduced TAIN
Yes,
in
please.
the UK and Ireland chapter. And what I do know is that TAIN is institutionally specific. Now, if you
Hello.
have introduced TAIN in the UK and Ireland chapter,
Hello.
um,
Hello.
I
I
think my
heard you
producer
saying
will
that.
have to. I think my
Yes,
producer
yes.
will have to look at how this settings is taking place.
Yeah, because I hear you sometimes your network cut off, so I can't really hear what you're saying.
Well, probably it's from your end, I suppose.
Well,
Yeah. So let's see if you can hear me. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yeah, I think you
Good.
were asking of the 10. Yeah.
I'm coming back to 10. I haven't finished. What I'm basically saying is 10 is institutional specific.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a lot of universities in London
Mhm.
or in UK and Ireland chapter, and you have successfully introduced 10 in the UK and Ireland chapter, will you be mindful to let us know probably it's in this university, in that university, and I'm sure a lot of people listening to you and knowing that we have TAIN in those various universities, they could link up and get registered.
Yeah.
Or
Um.
how have you introduced TAIN?
Okay. Unfortunately, I think I had a cut off from your question, but if I do understand you right, you were talking about how I've been able to implement 10 or how were we implementing 10, if I do understand you.
Yes, yes. What I'm basically saying is we know that TAIN is institutional specific. We
Yes.
have a TAIN in the University of Ghana. We have the TAIN
Mhm.
in the University of Cape Coast. We have it at the nurses training colleges. We have it at the teacher training colleges and all that. So you have successfully introduced TAIN in the UK and Ireland chapter. How does it exist in the system, in the structure? Have you also moved from one university to the other? Or how is it? Throw more light on it.
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Well, the 10 is being implemented in an angles, or let's say in three angles. Now, in Ghana, We have institutions like Legon and all those KNUST. I mean, you have a huge number of Ghanaians there. So there's a possibility of a continuation of the thing. But you see, here in the UK, based on the situation that we have found ourselves, like for instance, you could see two Ghanaians who are studying in, let's say, Oxford this academic year. Um, another, let's say within another academic year, there's another students in City University or Cambridge University or Southampton University. I hope you understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Now, so we have tried as much as we can to do the zone or we use the zone situation. Now, the zone situation has to do with clusters of groups. Now, if for instance, if I say we're going to set the same thing as it is in KNUST, like let's say same thing in say South Bank University, we may lose that connection because for instance, if 10 students are studying in South Bank this year, you are not guaranteed that another set of Ghanaians of 10 students are still going to study there. But you are guaranteed that at least the lecturers will continue like that. So we are going to use what we call the satellite format, whereby, say, in South London branch, for instance, there's let's say 10 or 5 universities. I can talk of City University, I can talk of South Bank University, I can talk of London School of Economics. Now, those universities are going to be used. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, you go on. We are hearing loud and clear.
Okay. Now, those universities we are going to use that kind of format whereby each branch will have a group of universities under that branch, and under that branch we're going to enhance most of these students and lecturers in there, because if you go with the format of the Ghana format whereby at least you are guaranteed that every student or students in Legon are going to have a continuous format, we may miss the thing. So for instance, South Bank University, London School of Economics, and all those things, we're going to have using the lecturers to get most of the students in the thing. Now, if you talk of Hall, for instance, if you talk of Sheffield, for instance, there's 2 or 3 lecturers in there in those universities. So through them, we can get the students on board, we can get the workers on board, we can get most of these people on board as well. So we're going to do the zones thing, and we're going to expand it to Wales, Northern Ireland, and the Republic of Ireland. And there's so much that we'll be doing, but just that sometimes I cannot really disclose some of the formats online.
Definitely, definitely. So that is
Welfare
well
board,
understood. Now,
interest-
can we look
yeah,
at the branches? You have a lot of branches. Do you have the youth wing in every branch?
yes, yes. There's a youth organizer in every branch, and so we have a youth wing in all the branches. And don't forget, as I said, I was once a South London youth organizer, so that kind of wings are always there.
So probably in the last 4 years, specifically, apart from this thing that you've gone round and round, what has been the programs that were organized under your leadership?
Hmm. Thank you. Um, one of the significant program that we did under my leadership has to do with the multi-system recruitment drive, where where we identify some flash points where Ghanaians will actually be there. Now, we talk of Ghana Party, the park, for instance. Ghanaians are all over the place, especially is the young ones there. So if you go there as a youth leader or as organization, you could use the opportunity to get the younger ones into the party. And as I said, you are not only recruiting them just to add the numbers, you are recruiting them to also get ideas of building the country and building our party. You understand? So that
Okay.
recruitment drive that we did, we also visited churches, other religious bodies, and using places like the barber shop, the saloons, the marketplace. You understand? So It's a massive recruitment drive that we did. Naturally, targeted the younger ones coming. We did travel to Scotland to Scotland is a very strategic country whereby they are blessed with universities. They're also blessed with culture. I mean, most of the UK culture, you can never mention UK culture without mentioning uh, without mentioning the sketches or the I mean, you can never mention UK actually culture without mentioning the Scottish culture as well. So Scotland is a very strategic country for politics and also for our respective students. So we went there to get them on board, to interact with them, to continue our recruitment drive over there. So we did embark on that one as well. And we also did the labor connection. Um, the NDC is always affected to the Labour Party. Now, the Labour Party always invite us all the time, September, for their conferences, for their yearly conferences. I don't know Germany as well, but here is the Labour Party. So now, how can we get these younger ones to support the NDC younger ones? So we did start such a program as well. You understand? To get the to get the youth of Labour Party and the NDC youth one to blend with them. You see, the Labour Party have a system of 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 of, uh, of coaching the younger ones or grooming the younger ones. So how can we learn from them? You understand? So we started from somewhere. You understand? So we did the recruitment drive, we did the thing, we did linking up with them as well, and in making sure that we set the NDC youth for not just about people coming there or just recruitment, but to get the intellectuals, to get the ideas, to get the support, to get the links, to get the format of which Labour Party's youth are always being built upon. You understand? Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm very optimistic that if I'm retained, there's so much that we can do. And if you look at our country, Ghana, for instance, as I earlier mentioned on the likes of Okudeto, the likes of Muhammad Idrisu, Haruna Idrisu, fantastic younger people that they pass through all this system. And today we are blessed with younger ones in our parliament. The ages of Sam George, the ages of uh, um, these younger people, even them, you can even talk of MPP's Minister of Information, for instance, uh, Kobi Oponkroma, Mohammed Ibrahim, so many younger ones over there. They all started from here, understand? And Jerome, do you know that in the history of our country, yeah, Ghana, every president that we've had has once passed through UK. I don't know if you know that history. At least majority of the presidents that we've had has once passed through the UK. So to hold a position in the UK is an avenue of leading our country or setting the foundation for the future prospects of our country. You understand? Amos was here, Nkrumah was here, name it. Even Akufo-Addo himself was here. Kufuor was here. Rawlings was from Scotland, as we could see. Even the former president was once coming to study here in the UK. So to be an executive in the UK, my brother, there's so many type of fishes you can fish from the sea. So you have
That
to
is
always
that is that that
yes,
that,
you have
that
to
that's a then that's a good start. That's a
yes,
good start for those of you in the UK. Then, if all the president, if the matter of passing through UK makes you
yes,
an excellent president of the country, then we'll give you
so
that thumbs up. But let me
of
let me
course,
get this clear. Let me get this clear from you because, like Nkrumah said, the independence of Ghana is meaningless unless
unless
it's linked to a total liberation of the entire continent of Africa. The
yeah.
success of NDC in UK and Ireland chapter definitely is meaningless unless it's linked to the success of NDC in Ghana.
Mhm.
How has been your link with the National Youth Organizers Office?
Very, 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 very good question. And I must admit, um, I remember when I took over in 2018, the 10 was so much dear to my heart. And God being so good, we had a youth organizer in the name of Pablo Jojo Parado, who also had 10 on his on as a priority of one of the things he wants to achieve. Now, if you look at how he was able to expand the 10 in Ghana, I mean, various campuses, bringing various ideas together, even trying as much as he can with the whole youth wing, trying to bring different legislations that could be implemented or that could be incorporated into our national constitution. You understand? So when he came, our connection was so similar because we all have a similar goal to get the younger ones going because the future depends on the younger ones. Don't forget that the same people that stood or sat to think about pensions were the same people that stood or sat to write child benefit. You understand? So you can't
Okay.
always look at elders. You also have to look at the younger ones, and the younger one has to come through this kind of foundation through the time. Because almost 80 to 100%, between 80 to 100% of every child, or 9 out of 10 children, are all into education. You understand? So that's an avenue. So he has a link with his vision, and my vision actually had a link. And God being so good, when we were inaugurating the 10 year in the UK, he himself came with the National Women Organizer, with the former Deputy National Organizer, that's Chibani. And we had our running mate in 2020 and soon to be the Vice President if President Mahama chooses her again. He actually integrated us. That's the 10 lunch, Professor Nano Tokwadimo. And not only that with Pablo, we are also working on um, something that I can't really say it in public, but it has to do with an exchange younger ones. I hope you understand what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say. Like an exchange program of the younger ones. Don't forget, I said I was trying to, or we are trying to do that with the Labour Party. Now, imagine Labour Party has a formula of grooming the younger ones. I will just carry the same formula to my boss. Our boss, this is what the UK are doing. This is what the Labour Party are doing. It will be even one of the best uh, uh, programs to say through the UK Youth Wing can send somebody like Keir Starmer, can send somebody in the like Ed Miliband to go to Ghana to give a workshop talk to most of the youth or most of the youth organizers. You understand what I'm saying? So how they groom them and all those things. So as I keep on saying that to be an executive in the UK chapter, it's not just to occupy the position, but to bring the proper things that is being implemented in the UK through your party to support Ghana. You understand? So there's
Okay.
always a link, but and also not only him as well, but most of the regional executive, most of the constituency executive, we're also linking up with them and working up with them as well.
So will I be right? Will I be right to assume that uh, you were one of those who happened to cast your vote for the to retain Pablo?
Well, this question is so sad to me because UK we couldn't hold our elections, so we couldn't we were not able to go to Ghana to join the Congress. We were not able to go to Ghana to join the Congress. But what I'm trying to say, because he was the national youth organizer, whilst I was also the chapter youth organizer, so obviously we did work together. And I was telling you the achievement that we were able to do together and the things that we're able to do together. You understand?
Okay.
There's the I mean, if God willing, if I'm retained by the good people of the UK, there's going to be two big seminars that's going to happen. One in Scotland, one in London, and obviously he will come and most of these big wings that like the likes of Okujeto and all those things are in the pipeline to get the younger ones in there. There's going to be a big seminar, one in Scotland, one in London. You understand? So that we can
Okay.
get all these big people to support the youth. Because I'm
Okay.
so happy to see that
Ready?
medium fee and those as well. Yes.
Let me allow you to relax a bit because I will take comments from our viewers, but when we come back, I want you to say something about the strength, the youth wing strength
Mhm,
in the UK and Ireland chapter,
mhm.
and where you think that you can take it to if you are retained. So just take a little break and then
Okay.
I'll take comments from our viewers. So that happens to be the voice of Freddie. Freddie happens to be the UK and Ireland chapter youth organizer, and he's going for a rerun. And it's our pleasure that we are hosting him on our socio-political program live on today's Ghana News TV, My View. So the first comment that we have to take is coming from no other person but Mr. Malik Dramani Mahama. Mr. Malik says, now tell Freddie his dad is watching him from central London. So, Freddie, your dad, Malik, is watching you live on the show. So, definitely, yeah, you have to impress him. Patience Daco once again says, good evening, sir. Watching you live from Hamburg, Germany. Patience, we are grateful that you are part and parcel of the program this evening once again. Novice Talks. Oh, she's watching us today on YouTube and watching us from Stuttgart, Germany. We're very grateful, Mama Grace, that you are part and parcel of the program. Oh, my big brother, Ose Superior, says, Jerome, Dr. Jerome, it seems your guest is not ready for the show. He's always on his phone. By the way, watching from Barcelona, Spain. And I think, well, he's monitoring, and that could be a problem. Michael Aristotle Mark Aristotle says, retain Freddie as our chapter youth organizer. He is the man for the job. Oh, Freddie, you already have a vote from Mike. And Comrade Victor Maxson. Victor, we've missed you, and we are happy that you are joining us today live from Accra, Ghana. I hope Akufado is taking very good care of you there. Akos, all the way from Berlin. Says she's also watching us on via YouTube. Says good evening. Of course, I hope you are doing well. And then we come back to Mike once again. Michael has followed up with a very beautiful submission from Freddie. Keep up the good work, Freddie. The toms are coming up. Adeline Kofi Henry says, "I'm watching Freddie. He is winning convincingly." Okay, Freddie, you are already on your way to the inauguration. So please, you are going to win and win convincingly. So far, so good. So we'll come back with Freddie. Then we'll look at the youth strength in the chapter, where we are today, and where he thinks he will take us to in the next 4 years. So, Freddie, one we want to find out what is the youth strength within the UK and Ireland chapter?
Um, the strength of the youth is very strong. Now, um, if I look at the successes when I took over in 2018, today we are having a very good number of younger ones. I mean, if we talk of, let's say, from the 18s to, let me put it like 40, very younger, there's very younger youth front that we have. Now, not only them being like, just as I keep on saying, just being numbers, but they are very active. And I could see most of them have taken various positions. Now, the strength of the youth also is so strong in terms of the intellectual capacity in supporting our party. Now, when we were going for the 2020 general election, we had this manifesto review that was being implemented, and I know a number of younger ones that submitted various ideas to Accra that should be incorporated in our manifesto. You understand? So, in terms of getting the younger ones, we have a very good strength. And don't also forget that we are the pace setters for our brothers in the respective diaspora. You understand? Like before listening to you, they think I have various chapter diasporans who wants to also implement the same thing. But US is a very notable chapter. They all know. Now, and also the recruitment that we've been able to do, engaging most of the people, getting most of the jobs done. Now, when we take over, as I keep on saying, there are so many things I can't really disclose online, but there's so much that we're taking over. Our main
But
aim,
you cannot disclose the details but
Yes.
you could mention so that people know that this and A, B, C, D you have done already. You
Mhm.
have the pipeline to increase your membership from about 400 to
Yes.
600,
Yes.
and you are
Now,
working hard to ensure that with the zoning of your chain,
fantastic.
wherever you have covered so far, you will move to the other areas. For instance,
Exactly.
it could be within East London enclave, you already have a number of them, and you might
Yes.
be moving to the other areas. So you can
Yes.
make them in bulk so that they
Oh,
know
yes.
that yes, you have a lot of plans, and if they give the opportunity, you will
Mhm.
implement them.
Yes. You know, as you rightfully said, after integrating the thing is not just going to be there as a mere paperwork or whatever. We've already started work. I mean, the lectures board, the welfare board, which will soon be implemented, should be integrated, has already started work. You understand? And now our target is that after the elections of this election, we are only going to expand it more further. Now we have our team coordinator, that's the whole of UK and Ireland. We're going to expand it more further to get the younger ones into the chapter, as is already is being done in Ghana, and very active. Now, there's going to I will also set up a fund for the youth wing. Now, one thing that we've able to identify is that one of the things that's pulling the youth wing down has to do with facilities of financial support to their respective branches. You understand? If I'm able to be integrated again or win again, I'm going to make sure that we set up a fund to support our brothers and sisters of the youth wing in the respective branches. You understand? Now, ROPA is looming in. ROPA is coming. We are only looking at in case if MPP implement ROPA, what can we do? I can bet you I've already put in place to get most of these younger ones to understand the policy of NDC. By the grace of God, if President Mahama or if after the presidential primaries, we come up with our manifesto and all those things, our target is to let the younger ones understand the NDC's policy, especially on the youth. You understand? Now, when you look to the 1992 all the way coming to 2022, most of these younger ones see the manifesto launch to be like, oh, they've met together and said they'll do this, they'll do this, they'll do that. But Ghanaians does not really understand what's in there for the youth. The youth out there, some of them doesn't even know that, oh, I can even go and register my company and bid for a contract. I can also set up my own company. I can also set up my financial company, my engineering company, the various companies. Some of them does not know the opportunities in our country. This is our target. Even here in the country that I speak to you now, as also in Germany, most of these younger ones come from Ghana as well, come from anywhere. It will take them 10 to 5 years for them to understand that they can also do this. They can also set up this company here in the UK or here in Germany. You understand? This is one of our policies to get them to understand the situations on the ground and also understand our manifesto. The Ghanaian here, the younger boy here, should understand that he can also set up a company in Ghana or liaise with, let's say, a foreigner to set up a company to help his own local community. Somebody here probably may be working, let's say, in Costco or in Tesco. That person doesn't know that he can also import or export some things, like, for instance, bringing fruit to the diaspora or bringing to Germany or France, or and also taking something back home. All these things are target for us, for the younger ones to understand this. You understand? So we're going to do various seminars, making them understand, bringing professionals on the board. You understand?
So
Now,
are you saying that your investment forum that is coming up, is it in 2 days or is it how many days time?
yeah, that's on Sunday. So that's what
On
I'm saying
Sunday.
now. When
Okay.
I'm in the great again, that's our target to get the younger ones to expand things. I mean, as I said, all over the thing, we're going to expand things, setting up a fund for the younger one, understanding of our manifestos and those seminars, businesses, and all those for the people to understand. Now, if you see my manifesto, I talk about what we called intermembership marketing. Now, Inter-membership marketing has to do with, say, Mr. Jerome, you are a lawyer. Let's say I am an engineer myself. Now, if, for instance, I need a lawyer, because you're an NDC member that know that you are a lawyer, if I come to you more, I'm giving you businesses, I'm also helping your business to grow, and you're also helping me as an NDC member. Same as somebody too is an engineer. You are helping one another to grow their respective businesses. Somebody may be in the party, but he doesn't know, probably but might not even know that Jerome is a lawyer or Jerome is this. All this inter-membership marketing will help them understand that we have all those professionals within ourselves. Somebody who is a pharmacist, somebody is a doctor, somebody is a social worker, somebody is other kind of professions. How can we get them? You understand? Look, Ghanaians, especially we Africans, always believe that a certain group of people are more better than us. But these are some of the things that they do within themselves. Somebody is a financial broker. He understands mortgage. Very good mortgage. He understands how all these banking mortgages are. We have younger ones like 18s, 20s under the youth wing. We need to do a program and let that person teach them that, hey, you can start buying your mortgage at this age. These are the things that you need to put in place to buy your mortgage. You understand, Jeremy? You understand what I'm saying?
Sure,
So
sure.
we are looking up to build the capacity, the intellectual capacity of our younger ones. Not just come and join the party, not just come and do this, not just come and we are getting the recruit and write the names and during election time I'll come and vote for me. No, I want to build a youth wing that I will one day stand somewhere and be proud of my people. And that's what we started doing, and that's what we continue to do.
Wonderful. I've seen a comment here before. That has risen an interest that I
Yes,
want you to see whether you can answer.
yes, please.
How is your relationship as
Mhm.
a chapter youth organizer for the UK and Ireland chapter with the other youth organizers in the various chapters in the diaspora? Because collectively you can make an impact. Individually, it's not going to be significant.
Yes. Thank you. You know, my good friend in the US and your own good youth organizer. I learned he communicated to you that we have a conversation about your program and all those things. Now, you see, if you remember, there was going to be like a seminar in Amsterdam, and it was cancelled during our various election. Do you know that this idea came from the youth wing? These ideas of meeting ourselves, like the chapters within, came from the youth wing. You can even ask the US youth organizer. That conversation was discussed within the youth wing. That we want to build a foundation. Now we want to build a huge foundation for the younger ones. So Germany, Amsterdam, Italy, I mean, all these European countries coming together, eh, is something that was on our heart. So working with the youth organizers is something that is already done. We have a youth organizers platform. Now that various elections has happened, probably some people will be added more, some people will be taken up. But we are looking at those angles. I have a very strong relationship with my brothers. And as I said, I've been a youth organizer at the branch, and I'm currently also at the chapter. At least I've served more than 8 years now. So I understand teamwork. I understand the role of the youth organizer with the women organizer, with the organizer, the role to the secretary, to the role to the chairman, to the role to our external branches. Because, brother, just look at this scenario here. Now, if 10 is implemented here in the UK, 10 is implemented in US, 10 is implemented in say Saudi Arabia, eh? Just look at the link. Let's look at the future foundation that the party is happening. who's going to as time goes on, we can even help our brothers. Today that we have Zoom, we have platforms that we have our brothers from Brussels, some in Rome, some in Rabat, some in everywhere, South Africa, and all those things. So the teamwork spirit or working with our respective youth organizers is something that is really strong. And you see, we're also looking at working with our women's wing as well. Understand? And
Okay.
the constitution, if you look at it in the constitution, it talk about cohesion. Cohesion is not about you and me sitting somewhere eating fufu together, making that we are brothers and sisters. It's about the wings working together. It's about the department working together. You understand? It's about how we can unite in working together as a team to support the party and to support our country. You
Wonderful.
understand? So if, for instance, I have a very good relationship with the organizer, good relationship with the women organizer, what program can't we achieve? What
Sure.
this thing can't we achieve? We plan, say, chairman, this is what we want to do. Secretary, this is what we want to do. You hold here, I hold here, we hold there. We are finished. We are done. Job done. Party moves on. You understand? And
Yeah.
as I said, that program that we almost done in the Amsterdam idea came from the youth. I'm talking of the youth organizers. We will do another one, and hopefully, by the grace of God, we will do another one because
Will you
ev-
be in Amsterdam again?
no, we will look at we have US, we have Canada, and we have other the Americans. They have a block, and if you want to pick US alone, US is looking at almost they have 50, I think 55, 56, depending on how you see states even make a country. I personally don't mind traveling to support our brothers in the Americans. And I know the US youth organizer was almost coming to Amsterdam to support it. So even organizing our European brothers and sisters, France, Italy, Germany, UK, Brussels, and all to hold a program depending, let's say UK or France, depending on how we look at the numbers, look at the air ticket, look at the hotels and all those things. Brother, we will achieve so much. You understand? And we should not only look at it as if the job is for President Mohammed alone or for Professor Nano Pokwajima alone or MPs or ministers. To be in power is an opportunity to support your local people. And all those starts from the foundation of the youth.
I think I'm more than convinced. I wish I were a member of your chapter. I would have given you my vote. And I'm convinced
Thank
because you have stated clearly trying to let the youth have a better understanding of the constitution of the NDC and of the manifesto of the NDC, which is key. Because
yeah.
if they have that as a basic level, then they can build upon it, and then your party has a future. Before I give you the opportunity to tell your members in the UK and Ireland chapter why they should retain you, I think I have a comment here, then I'll come back to you. No, Mike, I've read that one. Say share, share, share. Yvonne Benya, you are riding away from our show, but we're happy that you have joined us today. Maxwell Nate says, good evening, General. Thanks. Thank you for the good work you are doing for our great party. My regards to my brother. I wish him good luck and can't wait to work with him in the diaspora. That is what Maxwell Nate says. And Maxwell happens to be the youth organizer for the German chapter of the National Democratic Congress.
I know.
Now, because of time, I want you to look into the camera and tell the members of the UK and Ireland chapter what you have and why they should retain you for the next 4 years as the chapter youth organizer.
Um, First of all, thank you. And also thanks to the UK and Ireland branches and chapters. See, after 4 years of serving as a chapter youth organizer, at least you know me by now. You know that it was under my leadership that that for the first time we have team. You know that for the first time we did embark on the recruitment drive, in fact, the multi-system recruitment drive. You know that at least I've been one of the most active youth organizers in the history of the chapter. Not to brag, but to say the fact. We've been able to work together with the organizational team, the youth, the women's wing, and the organizational team. Have played a significant role in growing the number of our youth. Today we have the younger ones in there. There's so much you've been able to do, and there's so much I will do again as the chapter youth organizer. I want my youth wing, especially the younger ones coming, that they should understand that voting for me is not just voting for somebody to occupy the position as the youth organizer, but you are voting for somebody that has even your own personal life at heart. As I said, like getting people to explain to you your financial status, your how you can even buy a mortgage, how you can even set up a company itself, how you can interact inter-membership recruitment. So voting for me to be the chapter youth organizer again is not just occupying the position, but it's a vision that will even transform our own life and also in Ghana as well. Now, voting for me is not just about representing the UK here in the diaspora with a name, but also playing massive role in Ghana. Getting people from here, especially UK, to support our campaign in Ghana, to support the election in Ghana. And when it comes to Ropa, I'm forever ready. We need a leader like me who has brought something with the help of my executive, first ever. So that means a leader of a vision, not a leader who occupies spaces. I believe a legacy. In fact, I've left a mark and I'll continue to leave a mark in the chapter. So I'm pleading. I am asking them that they should retain me to be their current continuous chapter youth organizer. Brother, look at this from this angle. As somebody who has been with the NDC party for from 1992 till now, his son or his daughter get the opportunity to travel to UK to study. This guy, this woman, or this child doesn't have any family here in the UK. It's the NDC party that's going to be his family. Now, through this thing, he has a family that he can call the youth organizers to support him. Think about this young girl that 1992 or 2000 or 2004 elections or 2016 election or 2020 election, moving around campaigning all over. By the grace of God, this young girl or this man has got scholarship to come. He has a team as a family, 10 UK as the family to join. So think about all these people that they've been able to get into the chapter through this thing, see it as a family, and vote for me. First ever, lecturers all over. We used to go to various meetings. We don't know who this lecturer is, who this live lecturer is. But today, through the thing, we know lecturers all over the place. Jerome, imagine your own son or your own daughter has a homework to do, and you yourself have no idea about it. You can just pick up a phone and call the chapter youth organizer or call any member of the lecturers board and say, oh, my son or my daughter is going to school. He has this homework. Can you help him? Through NDC, through 10, your daughter too will be beneficial. Vote for me to continue expanding the vision. Vote for me to continue expanding the youth wing. Vote for me to continue linking up with the international bodies. Brother, the NDC is about probity, transparency, and social justice. I'm urging all of us that have proven to be one of the most highly a leader with dignity, with integrity, and I've lived my position very well. Jerome, you know me by now. At least the name Freddie that UK people mention, they mention it in a positive way. At least I'm a human being, I'm not saying 100%. But at least you hear Freddie's name in a positive way, that this guy has come, or when he is a youth organizer, he has worked so much for the party. I've traveled to Ghana on all the elections campaign, apart from 2020, to support the campaign. And I'll continue to do that because I believe that it's our duty to serve our party and our country as a whole. And to be an executive in the diaspora, not only UK alone, is an opportunity to link the positive thing in the diaspora with your country through your party. So I'm actually pleading with all UK and Ireland members to retain me, and I promise them that I'll make the chapter one of the beacons in the diaspora. Today, everywhere you are mentioning is UK 10, UK 10, UK 10. At least a 3-man will say, Mati party nani, Mati chapter nani. So I'm urging all of you to vote for me, trust me, believe in me, and give me the nod again. God bless you.
Wonderful submission. And Michael, your Samson said, brilliant closing submission. Freddie is done and dusted. Retain Freddie. And Sister Cynthia also says we are doing a good job for you, the candidates. So that has been a wonderful presentation from no other person but Freddie, the current youth organizer of the UK and Ireland chapter, and again, a candidate for the next chapter Congress. He has listed all the things that he's done for the chapter and what he has, as usual, in the pipeline for the next 4 years. He's asking for your support. The ball is in your court. As I did indicate, tomorrow we'll take a break. On Sunday, we have Kofi Adole, who happens to be a candidate for the chapter secretaryship position. And on Monday, we'll deal with the ladies, the women's wing. On Tuesday, we have the incumbent chairman, Alhaji Al-Hassan Mbalba. And then on Thursday, we will run it up with Comrade Francis, who is a candidate for the vice chairmanship position. So wherever you are, it's always a great pleasure to come your way. And until we come again on Sunday, have a blessed weekend, and God bless all of you. Good night.
Mampam also untie so dogo binwa bem mampam also untie nani amuka nyina guna swati move swara mampam also untie move swara mampam also untie once upon a time.